Good morning, bon dia, Barça fans. This is the Barça Live show for the Champions League draw. It's the draw of the quarterfinals, semi-finals and final of the Champions League. We'll get to know who Barça will face in this European competition if we beat Napoli in our remaining game of the round of 16. We're very confident that that will happen in the month of August, and we'll react to all of this, or what's going to be happening at the UEFA headquarters in Neon. We'll know in a few minutes who Barça would face in the quarterfinals if we do beat Napoli. Joining me here in the studio, it's Georgina Leger. Georgina, good morning.
Good morning, Robert. It feels so good to be here and to talk about the Champions League. Finally, I'm just thinking that the games will be played almost half a year later, and that expected. I mean, it's good to see that the world's best competition is finally back here, and that we'll be playing at least the second leg of the round of 16 against Napoli.
Yeah, it's still one month away, more or less,
Yes.
but it's exciting to be talking about the Champions League again.
It is, and there's like a lot of news. We'll be diving deep into it in a few minutes. Just before that, let me remind everyone at home that, as always, we're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter, on YouTube, on Barça TV Plus, everywhere, and that we're reading your comments. So send in your predictions. Who do you want to face? Who do you absolutely don't want to face in what's remaining of Champions League in case we beat Napoli? Let us know everything, your thoughts on the new format, the fact that we'll be playing in Lisbon.
Yep.
That's where the new Champions League is going to take place. No Turkey in the end. So yeah, we're streaming there. We want to know your thoughts. So leave that in the live chat at any moment.
Yeah, and definitely leave your thoughts on this new format of the Champions League, Georgina, because we do make it through against Napoli. It's kind of like a World Cup.
Yes, it's going to happen, all of it in the same city, in Lisbon, Portugal's capital, and all games will be played either at the Stadium of Light, Benfica, it's where the final is actually going to take place, or the José Alvalade, the Sporting Lisboa Stadium.
Okay, let's go and have a look at how the Champions League was left when we left it back in the month of March. Let's look at the fixtures and see where we were. Okay, so we know that 4 teams made it through. That was
Already
Atalanta,
there, yes.
Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, and PSG. Atalanta beat Valencia 4-8 on aggregate. That was one of the big surprises of the round of 16. We were not expecting that. The second one was that Leipzig beat comfortably, I'd say, Jose Mourinho's Tottenham on with a 4-0 result on aggregate. Atletico Madrid beat the European champions, and that was a great game.
That was a great game with that Morata goal and the extra time that gave Atleti the pass to the quarterfinals. And yes, I mean, beating the current Champions League winner was probably one of the greatest surprises, along with the Atalanta and Leipzig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a surprising Champions League so far.
I think the only result that was not surprising was the PSG against Borussia Dortmund. I think we were expecting Neymar and company to make it through to the quarterfinals.
Although they came back.
They did come back. They did come back, yes, because Haaland and company for Borussia gave them a hard time. We have 4 remaining games. They will be played either the 7th or the 8th of August. They will be played at the home stadium of the team that was supposed to play at home. That's Juve, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, and FC Barcelona. Juve have to come back from a 1-0 deficit against Olympique Lyon if they want to make it through to the quarterfinals. Manchester City have a 2-1 advantage over Real Madrid, and let's remind the fans that Sergio Ramos won't be playing in that game because he was sent off. Bayern Munich have the most comfortable result, 3-0 over Chelsea, and we have that 1-1 draw that we got against Napoli.
Yeah, we're in the driver's seat at the moment, but it's going to be a tough game, which we just learned is going to be played at Camp Nou. As you said, all these games, remaining games, will be played at the locals team stadium. So Camp Nou will be the scenery for the second leg of Napoli, Barça-Napoli.
Yeah, okay. So Georgina, let us know what will happen today. What will we know today?
Today we have a pure draw, so no seeded teams. There's no country protection. We can basically face anyone, any of the teams that you just commented, and all the bracket will be drawn today. So we will know the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the big final in the end when the semifinals are drawn.
This is the stadium where the final will be played.
Yes, the Stadium of Light. It's Benfica's stadium, and it's it will replace the Atatürk Stadium in Turkey that was supposed to host this year's Champions League final. In the end, it will obviously not, but it has been postponed to the next year. So we already know too that the Champions League 2021 will have its final played at the Ataturk as this year's was supposed to be played.
Yes. As I was saying, it's exciting that it's so a one-game round.
Yes.
It's win or elimination, and that gives the Champions League an extra bit of well. It's extra special this year, I think.
Yes, it's a special format, extra competitivity for everyone. This competition, all the teams, like you were saying, it's kind of a World Cup. All those games being played in just a bit more than a week, like in 10 days. We'll know about the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the Champions League winner. It's a single leg games for every stage of this new Champions League. So basically, anything can happen. This is something that is already like this in the Champions League. Like we have a lot of surprises. We've seen Atalanta, we've seen Leipzig beat Tottenham pretty easily. We've seen Atleti defeat the current Champions League winners. So Champions League is already a competition where you can have a lot of surprises. Not to talk about last year's Champions League where so much happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, having just a single leg, like imagine for us if we had only picked the first games.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we had
It
no
would have
second
been a great Champions League if we'd have only played the home game against Liverpool. That would have been
absolutely.
That would have been amazing. Anyway, I want to know the thoughts of Sarah Salapur, who's joining us from home today. Sarah, it's exciting to be talking about the Champions League again.
Yes, I mean, hello, first of all, to Georgina. You're finally at the Barca studio.
Yes.
It's been a long time, so welcome back. It's very exciting. I mean, I feel like we've all been waiting for the Champions League to be back. And now that they're going to do the draw today, it just gets more and more exciting to see who's going to face who. And I'm very excited. I mean, I've been counting down for this day.
Definitely, Sarah. We'll be talking about predictions in a moment, but yeah, it's a month away still. But it's exciting to be talking about Champions League. Let's go and have a look a minute at where we left it. It was the game against Napoli. We drew 1-1 against them. Let's have a look at the highlights of that game. Oh, wait a minute, no, because we've got, sorry, those are the goals or images of the group stage, sorry. That's something different there. Let's have a look at the highlights of the Napoli game, sorry. 1-1 in Italy. We beat, or we went down 1-0, the initial goal by Dries Mertens, there it is, from the edge of the box.
And the goal.
It was a fantastic goal, and we definitely need to be careful with them.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be coming with all their strength to Camp Nou, and it was finally confirmed yesterday that the game would be played at Camp Nou. But it's going to be a difficult game, and we can't take anything away from Napoli. They're a very strong team, and we have to give it our all. Whenever the game is played, either August 7th or the 8th.
That was the equaliser by Antoine Griezmann. Great team play. The through ball by Sergio Busquets. Semedo made the run in, and Antoine Griezmann scored the equaliser. If you remember this game, correct? It was a tough game for Barca. We didn't create that many opportunities, and it was important to take the ones we had.
Yeah, it was definitely a game to have. Both teams had very few chances. And although I think we kind of dominated the game, like we had a possession and all that, but when you face an Italian team, you know they will be expecting you to come and do most of the work. If you end up not having any chances, you get to struggle, and it's what happened at San Paolo in February. We struggled a lot to find the spaces in between their lines. But we got lucky with that Griezmann goal that basically gave us life.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Come here.
And Ter Stegen gave us life. We just saw it in the highlights. He came up big with a couple of saves in front of Insigne, in front of Jose Callejon. We need the greatest Ter Stegen in the Champions League.
You want to clinch it. One player that we won't have when playing here at Camp Nou will be Arturo Vidal, because he was sent off against Napoli in that first leg. And Arturo Vidal is a player that has been performing really well in the last few games, and it's definitely going to be something that we will miss, I'm sure, when we're playing.
Definitely. We need his
verticality, the strength,
his intensity in these Champions League games.
Hopefully he can. Well, I don't know if he will be able to attend the game. I'm assuming not, since it's behind closed doors.
Sure. Probably have to watch from home. Maybe he can join us in the studio.
Ooh, maybe we should ask.
We'll see,
because obviously we will have a show for the Champions League game. You will be able to follow the live play-by-play commentary with Robert here at the match center, with Sarah, with all the crew, and we'll be bringing you the latest, obviously.
We still don't know what day it's going to be played, if it's the 7th or the 8th, but Georgina, we do know that it will be played at Camp Nou.
It will be played at the Camp Nou. Yes, this is something that, as Sarah said, we learned about yesterday. And on one hand, I think it's good. I mean, to be able to play at your stadium, a place that you know, where you have been playing already behind closed doors in the last few games. But it's true that on the other half, it's pretty unfair if you compare. I mean, in São Paulo, the atmosphere was electric. All the fans were so involved with the team and definitely gave them an extra spark in there. I think it's also unfair, for example, that Liverpool got to play with fans while PSG didn't. So this is my personal opinion in here, and it's obvious that you cannot play with a full stadium, a full house now. But at least it's something that we get.
At least
to play
we'll be playing there in the stadium we've got on our screens. That fantastic stadium, the Camp Nou. I've prepared 3 different topics of conversation, if you allow me, for this round of 16 second leg. 3 things that have changed since March, 3 things that we wouldn't have had if we'd have played that game in March. The first topic of conversation is that Luis Suarez will be back. We wouldn't have had Luis Suarez if we'd have faced Napoli in March, and that's definitely important. Luis Suarez has come back strong. He's scored. He's become the 3rd all-time scorer for Football Club Barcelona, 195 goals, and we're hoping that his goals will contribute in the Champions League as well.
It's one of the best news of the fact that the Champions League is going there 6 months later, later than expected, having Luis Suarez back, and on the other hand, Dembélé is not going to make it, we're assuming, to the Champions League either, but it's something that we have been through in La Liga too, like having players that were not supposed to play in the first few games of La Liga, and then in the end they got to play once the La Liga resumed. And it's something that we will have in the Champions League too, especially this Luis Suarez addition to the team, which is going to be crucial for us, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. The second point, and I want to talk this one with Sarah as well, is that we'll have 3 weeks of preparation compared to the 3 days of preparation we would have had after we beat Real Sociedad back in March. Quique Setién will have 3 whole weeks, Sarah, to prepare for this game against Napoli.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to this new Champions League format. And like you said, the preparation is a big pro. Being able to rest and get the players fresh. After the league ends, you said 3 weeks of full preparation where they can literally just think about Napoli, their only opponent that they have to focus on. So I think that really benefits Barca, and hopefully that will reflect in the result when we play against them.
Yeah, definitely. And I did want to ask you, Georgina, about the third point, which is no fans. You've been to the stadiums, you know the difference.
Huge difference, playing with no fans, definitely. And the other day against Espanyol, it's one of these clear games where the fans make such an impact and such a difference. And I'm sure that it's going to be a con for us to obviously not have the fans at the stadium. We were saying it at São Paulo, the atmosphere was insane. And with a 1-1 result in the first leg, I'm sure that Camp Nou would have been extremely important. Extremely involved with the team, and it's something that we won't have now. Still, the players are very professional, and they have been performing well without the stand, just focusing on the game. And everybody wants to play in a full house. But I want to think that it's not going to be the turning point here for Champions League.
Well, we're just a couple of minutes away from the draw, so let's have a look at our predictions. We love doing predictions. We normally do score predictions during games, but now today we've predicted how we think that this draw is going to end, who we think we're going to face if we do beat Napoli. So let's have my prediction on the screen here.
Quarterfinals.
I'm going full on here. I think that when we beat Napoli, we're going to face either Manchester City or Real Madrid. City have the advantage. I think that Atletico Madrid will face either Bayern or Chelsea, Atalanta Leipzig, Juve or Olympique against Paris Saint-Germain. Georgina, yours.
Well, you went strong here. My prediction is that if we beat Napoli, we will face Atleti, which I think is the worst team to face.
We always struggle against Atleti.
I never want to face Atleti, but I get this weird feeling that it's a team that we might get. If we beat Napoli, then we have the winner of Manchester City, Real Madrid facing Atalanta. The winner of Bayern, Chelsea, probably Bayern here, going to face Leipzig. and the winner of Juventus Olympique Lyonnais facing PSG. And we'll see if we have
I've noticed that you haven't got winners of one against winners of one. You've got so 4 definite teams against the winners of.
I should have picked.
Well, I don't know.
No, it's true. Maybe I should have picked singles. I'm going to go Manchester City, Bayern Munich, and Juve.
Okay. Well, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Everyone at home, please, in the live chat, let us know who would you like to face in case we beat Napoli, and who you don't want to face. Let us know, and we'll be reading your comments.
And Sarah sent in her prediction as well. Let's just take a quick look at Sarah's. I'd say it's fairly similar to mine. She's got Barca against Napoli, or Barca-Napoli against the winner of City or Real Madrid. She's got Atletico against the winner of Bayern or Chelsea. That's the difference. Atalanta against PSG, and the winner of Juve or Olympique Lyon against Leipzig. So interesting. We'll see if anyone gets anything right. We're just, I'd say, a minute away from knowing or starting to know what the quarterfinals of the Champions League are going to look like. Georgina, just quickly take the fans through what it is we're doing here.
Yes, about the draw, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we're having a pure draw, as we said. There are no teams seeded. There's no country protection. Anyone can face anyone, so we can basically get any of the teams that are still in the competition. And the only condition here is that we first obviously need to beat Napoli, because we haven't already qualified for the quarterfinals like other teams, such as Leipzig or Atalanta already have, and PSG, sorry. After that, we will have like the full draw, like the full bracket. The quarterfinals are going to be drawn. After that, the semifinals, and in the end, we will know what would be the road to the final here, the road to Lisboa, the big final that will be played at the Benfica's stadium instead of the Atatürk in Turkey.
Yeah, and obviously there's no home factor here. One of the things we usually do in Champions League draw is that we always want to be seeded like the second team, so that we've got the return game at home. This is not happening today, and we're still uncertain. You were talking to me before the show about rules.
The UEFA hasn't released yet if there will be 5 substitutions or not, like we have seen in La Liga. We know that there will be obviously extra times and injury times, and like this will go until the final. But we don't know about the substitution rules, the cooling breaks. It's something that will be revealed in the following weeks. We will obviously know this before we play Napoli at Camp Nou, and then it's something that will be kept on for the rest of the games until the final. What we know is that all games will be played at 9 p.m. Central Europe time. Yep. So for everyone watching around the world, you can already mark that in your agendas, because 9 p.m. is the time that has been chosen by the UEFA to play those games, which is basically one of their usual schedules.
And it's all happening in 8 days.
It's all happening in days, and you were saying with Sarah that the team will have 3 weeks of preparation. This is true to face Napoli, but after that, if in case you qualify, you get all the teams in 3 days. Like you get your quarterfinals and your semifinals, and you get your final, and it's all happening in 10 days. You have games every 3 days, and it's not like the league teams that you face once or twice a year. It's teams that maybe you have never faced, like Leipzig or Atalanta. And it's a huge challenge for any manager to go and prepare their teams to face their rivals, the rivals that they never face.
And most teams have gone back to their leagues, but it's not the case of PSG, for example.
True. PSG, well, they were the champions of Ligue 1 after the sports suspension was official in France, so they haven't been playing. I think this is good for us that we have the league. So yeah,
definitely good preparation. We were talking the other day with Sarah that we need a good run to the end of the season, even if we don't win the league, even if Real Madrid ends up not slipping up and winning the league and all that. We need to build our confidence in these final games of the season to go into the Champions League clicking.
Absolutely, and yes. So if Madrid doesn't slip any point, and we have 1 or 2 games left to be played, I think it's the moment to try stuff, to try and start thinking about your games against Napoli or even in the future games to come. But yeah, it's I think this is an advantage If you compare to other teams like PSG, who haven't basically touched the ball in 6 months.
Exactly. Because we've got teams from England, we've got teams from Germany. They've all played. Italy as well has gone back to competition. And Napoli's been competing. And
they won the Coppa Italia.
They won the Coppa Italia against Juve. So, I mean, dangerous team, definitely.
We need to be careful there.
I mean, obviously, we're talking about Champions League quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals. First, we need to get through the round of 16, definitely. I mean, a 0-0 draw is good at Camp Nou. We make it through with a 0-0 draw.
But I hope that we can. We need to go and get the game
See if we
here.
can make it a 3-0 win or something like that. We've got.
This is very Italian. They go and wait for a draw and hope that nothing happens. But we need to go and get the game. We need to face Napoli, put the pressure on them, and try and find the spaces that we could not find in São Paulo.
Yeah, and hopefully, you were saying we still don't know with Ousmane Dembélé because I mean he was dealing with a long-term injury, but. Regarding the rest of the squad, we should have more or less everyone available. Maybe Umtiti now is dealing with knee issues again. Hopefully that Frankie de Jong will be back by then.
He's already training. Yep. We saw him training with the team yesterday, today, this morning too. So he will definitely, unless something happens from this injury, he will be available for the Champions League game, and it's one of the big differences of playing in March, where you didn't have Luis Suarez, as you said, and now having all these players available that you did not have in that original game. It looks like so long ago.
Yes,
like March.
I think about I think about the first leg against Napoli, and it seems like forever ago. And it was mid-February.
Yes, the end of February.
The world was not going through this crisis, or it was starting to, but it hadn't arrived here.
I actually remember going to Napoli in early February to create some preview content and having my temperature tested at the airport for the first time like ever. And afterwards, when we went to Napoli again 2 weeks later, end of February, for the game, we all got tested in the plane. There were starting to be some coronavirus cases in
Italy,
in the south of Italy, in Naples. And after that, in 2 weeks, everything.
It all went well.
It all went 2020.
It all came to a halt. It all came to a halt. Those 4 games that we looked at before the Atalanta against the Valencia game, that was a controversial one because there were cases linked to that game as well, and we've known after some weeks as well that there have been cases linked to the Liverpool-Atletico Madrid game as well.
And with all the fans.
With all the fans. So yes, little did we know that we'd be playing Champions League games in August.
In August, yes. And one more interesting thing is that it has been confirmed that there will be, everyone thought it was going to be this way, but it has been confirmed that there's going to be a European Super Cup this year. That is usually played mid-August with the winner of the Champions League against the winner of the Europa League. And it has obviously been postponed, but it's going to be played. The draw has started.
The draw has started, and it started in an interesting way because the first team to be drawn, or the first pairing to be drawn, is the winner of Real Madrid versus Manchester City. So interesting to see now if we get the Barca-Napoli ball drawn.
Let's see who.
So let's see who gets drawn. It's against the winner of Olympique Lyon and Juve. Let me just write that down so that I don't forget.
So
versus.
It's either Guardiola against Cristiano.
It's either Real Madrid against Cristiano Ronaldo, City against Guardiola against Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's an interesting
Olympique Lyon has the advantage. We're assuming Juve, but Olympique Lyon has the advantage.
Yes, they won 1-0 at the Groupama Stadium.
The next team that has been drawn is Leipzig. I'm sure there are some Barca fans that would want to be drawn now and face a team we've never faced before. Here we go. Next one is Atletico.
I'm happy because we won't be facing Atleti, at least in the quarterfinals.
At least in the quarterfinals, if we beat Napoli, we won't be facing Atletico. Those are the draws so far. The winner of City and Real Madrid against the winner of Juve versus Olympique Lyon, and Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. The third quarterfinal will be the winner of Napoli or Barca-Napoli.
And we can still get Atalanta or Bayern-Chelsea.
Bayern-Chelsea or another team.
Not at all, right? No.
Or sorry, yes, yes, exactly.
No, or PSG.
Or PSG, exactly. And it will be. The winner of Bayern Chelsea. And Bayern have an important advantage here.
Yes, they won 3-0 at Stamford Bridge, so they are basically into the quarterfinals, and it's the rival that we will get in case that we actually qualify for those quarterfinals too.
So now we know that Atalanta will face PSG. Those are the quarterfinals that have been drawn. Whoa. The winner of Real Madrid against Manchester City, against the winner of Juve and Olympique Lyon, Leipzig against Atletico Madrid, Barca, the winner of Barca-Napoli against the winner of Bayern Chelsea, and Atalanta against PSG. If we do beat Napoli, we're in for a tough quarter-final, Georgina. Robert Lewandowski and company.
And they are in a very good form. We have seen them in the Bundesliga, performing very, very well. It's going to be tough for us with one of the strongest. It was already one of the strongest games, like Chelsea Bayern, and we'll be now facing them. Also, we also know here that we are terrible at predictions because we got
we got zero wrong. None of us got anything right. None of us got anything right. We're going to see the semi-final draw now.
Yes.
So it's going to be basically the winner of quarterfinal 1 against the winner of quarterfinal whatever.
Yep.
We'll see. Have we got Sarah on the line? Because I want to know her opinion on this potential quarterfinal against either Bayern Munich or Chelsea.
Yes, I was really not wanting Bayern Munich. I mean, I think Bayern Munich will beat Chelsea. I think they have a 3-1 lead 3-0 lead right now. I think they'll beat Chelsea, and I think that we'll beat Napoli. So it'll be Barca against Bayern Munich. It'll be all over, like 2015 all over again. And I have to say I'm very nervous because that game in 2015 against Bayern Munich had me shaking until the 90th minute, until
You always reference that semi-final, Sarah. You always reference that semi-final.
The games against Bayern Munich always get me so nervous. So we are in for.
It does.
Oh, wait a minute, because we've got news, Sarah. The first semi-final has been drawn and it involves Barca. If we did beat Napoli and then the winner of Bayern Munich against Chelsea, we would face the winner of quarterfinal 1, which is Real Madrid against City or Juve against Olympique Lyon.
Oh my, it just gets more and more complicated. But I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to beat the difficult rivals in order to get the trophy.
It would be, definitely a tough road.
Oh my gosh, I'm low-key already shaking.
It's 1 month to go, Sarah. Keep calm.
I mean, there's lots of uncertainties still. I mean, it's hard even to say or to explain. We'll try to get it on our screen as soon as possible. So it's the winner of quarterfinal 1 against the winner of quarterfinal 3, and the winner of quarterfinal 2 against the winner of quarterfinal 1. So that's how it looks. The winner of Manchester City or Real Madrid, City have the advantage, will face in the quarterfinals the winner of Juve against Olympique Lyon. Whoever makes the semi-finals from that would face Barca if we make the semi-finals. We have to beat Napoli or the winner of Bayern against Chelsea. And then on the other side, we've got Leipzig against Atletico Madrid and Atalanta against PSG. Whoever wins those draws will face each other in the semi-finals. It's a lot easier to talk about the right side than the left side.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it is true that the Champions League, and especially this year, is going to be a complete Russian roulette, because one bad day takes you out of the competition. You don't have a second leg and a second opportunity here, so bad day, you're out. But I absolutely agree with you. The left side has got Real Madrid, it's got Manchester City, it's got us, it's got Bayern Munich, it's got Juve, it's got...
Yeah, I mean, wow. So look, potentially, Sarah makes reference always to the semi-final. The semi-final of 2015. In 2015, we faced the champions of everything.
Of everything.
So if we do beat Napoli, let's take Napoli apart. We beat them, hopefully, at Camp Nou. We could potentially maybe face the winner of the German league, Bayern Munich, the winner of the Premier League last season, Manchester City, and the winner of the French league, PSG, in the final.
Or even Juve. Or
Juve.
Or Juve.
Or the winner of the Italian league. I mean,
Or Madrid. We don't know if they will win the league or not. But yes, it could be a similar road as we had in 2015, which ended really well with that 3-1 win victory against Juve at the Olympia Stadion and our 5th Champions League. So it brings good memories. Those days, and it's going to be a weird Champions League for sure, but.
Yeah, and we've known as well that the winner of semi-final 2 is going to be playing as the home team in the final, which isn't all that relevant. The only thing is that if Barca do make the final, we're playing as the away team. And
so we play
if there was a bit of a colour clash, maybe we wouldn't be able to play in Blaugrana.
And it's possible only if Atleti.
Yeah,
it's
so complicated. It's so complicated right now. Maybe PSG. I don't know if they'd be playing in white or they're blue.
I'm assuming. Yeah, maybe. Let's see.
I don't know. It's so complicated. Let's have a look at the round of 16 because that's what concerns us at the moment. Round of 16, we're going to face Napoli either the 7th or the 8th of August. We still don't know. More than likely at 9 o'clock local time?
No, it's almost confirmed that it's going to be played at 9 p.m. At Camp Nou, behind closed doors, no fans. No fans for sure in this game against Napoli at Camp Nou, and presumably without fans during the whole Champions League games that are remaining, although the UEFA had decided to put that until further notice. We never know, but in theory it's going to be played behind closed doors. The game against Napoli, 7th or 8th of August at Camp Nou, with that advantage that we have because we drew 1-1 at São Paulo, with new players available like Luis Suarez, and we will definitely need to go and get them, go and get the game. It's going to be an extremely hard clash. They will be motivated, extremely motivated. But it's all that will be left of season. So you will only have the Champions League now to play for.
The Champions League in August. There we go. We've got the round of 16 second leg information there. We know that Atalanta beat Valencia. We know that Leipzig beat Tottenham. Atletico Madrid surprisingly beat the European champions in that, thrilling extra time. And PSG beat Borussia Dortmund. We still have to know if Juve or Olympic Lyon are going to go through. Olympic Lyon have a 1-0 advantage from the first leg. If City will keep their advantage against Real Madrid, they have a 2-1 from the Santiago Bernabeu. Bayern Munich seem to have it under control against Chelsea with that 3-0 advantage from the first leg. And Barca will face Napoli at Camp Nou, as we were saying, on the 7th or the 8th of August. We have a 1-1 result from the first leg with that Antoine Griezmann goal scored in São Paulo.
I've got to say, Robert, that I am confident at the moment. I am looking at this.
I mean, it's exciting.
I mean, it's super exciting, and it's one game. It's only one game. This is good and bad at the same time. It is bad because you only get one shot, but you only get one shot, and your rival also gets one shot too. So we need to go get them. We are Barca.
Yeah.
We have the Champions League in front of us. It's an extraordinary Champions League. It's never happened before. So I'm confident with the team. I know that they will be motivated to win it. If we do beat Napoli and we get to Lisbon, everything will be so different and so special. And the feeling that you are in a World Cup, and we know how players love and enjoy this kind of competitive.
It's going to be a very competitive environment. All the teams in the same city. Well, it's going to be.
I remember that in Jeddah earlier this season when we were there into Saudi Arabia to play the Spanish Super Cup. And all the teams were in the same city, and you could get that vibe that we were all playing at the same stadium. So it makes it different, and it gives all the players a plus, an extra motivation here. And so it makes me feel a bit more confident at the moment when I think maybe if we beat Napoli, I'm assuming that Bayern is going to make it because they've got this advantage. Yeah. Anything can happen.
But they are playing at home as well. They've got a 3-0 advantage and they're playing at home. Let's just have a look at the draw. Let's see what it ended up looking like, this quarterfinal Champions League draw before we leave. Okay, so quarterfinal 1 is the winner of Manchester City or Real Madrid against the winner of Juve against Olympic Lyon. The second quarterfinal is the winner of Barca against Napoli against the winner of Bayern Munich against Chelsea. And that would be the path to the final for Barca. If we beat Napoli, we would face either Bayern or Chelsea. And if we beat either Bayern or Chelsea, we would face either of the 4 teams that are above us there, Manchester City, Real Madrid, Juve, or Olympic Lyon. On the other side, a lot simpler to explain. Leipzig against Atletico Madrid is quarterfinal 3, and quarterfinal 4 is Atalanta against PSG. The winners of that would face each other in semi-finals, and one of those teams will make the final.
It's surprising to see that all the fixtures that already had to be decided are on the one side of the of the bracket, and the other ones are on the other side. I don't know if we have time, but I want to ask everyone at home to let us know who do you think if we beat Napoli that we'll be facing. Leave 1 for Bayern, okay, and you leave 2 for Chelsea. Let us know who do you think we could face if we potentially beat Napoli. And I want to ask you, Robert, who do you think will make it out of every game?
Okay, so I think we beat Napoli. We then face Bayern because basically they have a 3-0 advantage against Chelsea.
I'm with you here.
We then face Manchester City, who will beat Real Madrid, and Juve will beat Olympic Lyon. So it's going to be City against Juve. City make it through. We face them in the semi-finals. We make the final, and there we face PSG.
I'm 100% with you on our side of the bracket. I think we make it through. Well, I want to think we make it through. We play against Bayern. I think City beats Real Madrid, and that Juve beats Olympique Lyonnais. Thus clash. City makes it through to the semi-final. We face them. We make it through, hopefully. And on the other side, I'm going to change and I'm going to say Atleti.
Ooh.
Imagine a Champions League final.
Oh, that would be so uncomfortable against Cholo Simeone's
I'm not going there because Sarah said she was nervous for the draw. Sarah, if you're nervous for a simple draw, how will you be if we're playing Atleti, who is like the only team that I never want to face in this kind of competitions?
I want to know Sarah's opinion and what her prediction of path to the final is. While the fans reply, Sarah, what do you think it's going to be like?
All right, whoa, this is like crazy what's happening in all the teams that we could potentially face. When you were just saying, I agree with what you said, Robert. If Barca beat Napoli, which hopefully they will face Bayern Munich. And then if we beat Bayern Munich, we will face Manchester City. And then I think the final, if we reach the final, will be against PSG. But the fact that we have to go through the winners of the Bundesliga, the winners, well, not the winners of the Premier League, but the runners-up, basically, Man City, it's just incredible. And if you remember in 2015, I think we went through all the league winners.
Yes, we were talking about that.
Juventus was Serie A winners, Bayern Munich was the Bundesliga, and then Man City was the Premier League. So it's going to be very complicated and difficult, very exciting, but I can't wait for the ball to get rolling.
Definitely. It's a month away. Georgina, what do the fans think?
I'm reading a lot of comments. Basically, everyone thinks that Bayern is going to make it through. Only Destiny Azoro is thinking Chelsea wins. You never know. Russian Roulette Champions League. Any comeback is possible in the Champions League. We performed one of the most amazing ones against PSG at Camp Nou. So yeah, anything is possible. But they basically think that it's Bayern Munich that we could potentially face in case that we beat Napoli in this second leg of the run of 16. So exciting.
Hopefully. Anyway, we don't have much more time. Sarah, thank you very much for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, yes, we'll see you there for the game against Valladolid.
Definitely. And Georgina, you're traveling to Valladolid.
Yes, we're leaving tomorrow in the morning to Valladolid, going there by plane, obviously, because Valladolid is a city just on the other side of Spain, playing at Pucela, 7:30 p.m. CEST. 45 minutes before that, kicking off the warm-up show from the stadium. I'm bringing you the live warm-up from the players, and after that, Robert's play-by-play
Match Center here. 3 games remaining in La Liga, Valladolid, Osasuna and Alaves. Then 3 weeks before the Champions League, we'll be facing Napoli. And then everything that we just saw in the draw today, maybe we can see it one more time as we leave. We'll be seeing you, as Georgina said, tomorrow for the game against Valladolid, 6:45 local time. We'll start the warm-up and then all of Match Center and post-game. Hopefully, we can celebrate a win. That's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow, as we said. Thank you for watching, and let's hope that Barca can have a good run in the Champions League.
Let's hope so.
See you next time.
Hope.